Welcome back to another episode. Figured today we would start off showcasing what I've been trying to do. So, this is a farm that I found by El Mango that is absolutely wonderful. Figured we'll take a look at it in action first. So, as you can see, the minecarts get individually loaded onto their mud blocks with a diagonal activator rail above them, facing an observer, trapdoor behind, trapdoor above, or observer above on the last one to signal. And as you can see, they fall down onto trapdoors. The minecarts get let go one by one from here. About the time the flying machine gets back, the last couple minecarts work their way in, and boom, stacks and stacks of sugar cane. And all your hopper minecarts are ready to go for next round. Now, I tried building this, and I've been having a hell of a time getting it working. So, this thing is a Frankenstein of what it once was. But it works a lot better. The way I've got set up, it is not automatic. It does not run on the timer anymore. As you can see, there is a activated glowstone for every time the timer goes off. And when it's on, you press that button. It will fire the flying machine, turn off the timer, or in this case, the timer was already off. I turned it on. All I did was build a toggle switch back into a timer. This timer, the binary timer and the hopper timer combination that El Mango used. So that way I can still utilize that part, but I can break down 90% of this. Flying machine just returns. And I am also building a lazier collection system. As intricate and cool as this one is, I just could only get the flying machine to fire once before it'd break. So I figured it was time to try something else. Now the funny part is I started out with just 3 stacks of sugarcane while I was building this farm, and so far while just trying to troubleshoot, I've got what, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 change. That's enough to pretty much fill up the rest of this farm without any worries, so it shouldn't be too bad from here on out. We'll shed some light on the situation, and I will show off how the flying machine's set up. It's very, very simple. A lot less chance of breaking, and a lot easier to rebuild if it does in fact break. So I figured I'd rather have something that's a little more idiot-proof for my world, because despite being many things, a professional idiot is one thing I claim to my title. Go over here, hit the button. This flying machine is just 2 observers and 2 sticky pistons, each one with a row of blocks. As they come over, they harvest the sugar cane. Nothing too sophisticated. At each end, there is a platform. It's just an observer facing forward, a piece of obsidian with redstone on top, a repeater with 2 ticks facing that way. Then you got your iron trap door off of the repeater. If you want to automatically return, you set it to on. On this side, I had the same setup, but I replaced the on-off switch with a torch underneath, hooked up to this redstone wire, so I can just tap a button and flip the redstone torch for a moment, which sets off the flying machine. Essentially, I took his system and broke it down into 2 separate systems. It is going to be a little costlier because I am using the same technology that I used in my other sugarcane farms. I'll take a look at one of them right now just to outline it. So what you can see here, it's all mud blocks because they're slightly short from a full block. So whenever an item is broken or dropped on top, it will automatically cycle through the hoppers into this chest. It kind of makes makes the system lossless, so that I don't have to try and worry about, oh, is it going to land over here or over here. It has an option of 1 block, and that block can always have items get absorbed through it. Everything else, I am using essentially the same layout as Il Mango. The big difference that I've got going is just the flying machine and the collection system. So for my collection system, it's going to be extremely expensive. Yep. My villager breeder, as you can probably hear, is doing phenomenal. I've got more villagers than I know what to do with at this point, and I haven't even started using them. It's mainly just for me fighting this damn sugar cane farm. They've just been hanging out and breeding and hanging out and breeding. So I highly recommend if you build a mega base, uh, take a note from my book, put a villager breeder in chunk, but a ways away. Make your drop off even further away, because they're making me mad. Stop reproducing. Apparently I don't like the thought of that. Need a way to temporarily get rid of them just so I can have some peace of mind for a day. Suppose I could put lava in a corner, but that's a little inhumane. I got it. Oh, that's so much nicer. Alright. Oh, wow, look at that. So I'm going to have to go through and remove all this dirt and replace it with mud. Still using the same layout for everything else. But our big restricting factor right now is the quantity of iron and chests that we have. I can always go and hit the farm for a little bit to get more chests, and while I'm using the wood farm, I can also, just as an added bonus, get quite a bit more iron going. Part of the reason I like stacking my farms close together, the automatic ones run all the time. Oh. Just for easier transport. One more stack. I'm running low on iron already, man. That's about 18 stacks iron bars, though. That should last, I don't know, almost 3 stacks of hoppers, I want to say. Could be wrong with the guesstimation. I ain't really thinking through the numbers. But give or take about 3. Hey. Well, it looks like I'm not going to be too far off on hoppers. I'm going to have to spend a few minutes farming, but after that, I'll be able to kind of merge the two types of farms together and have my own kind of weird hybrid farm. Well, I think that's all I really got for today. I've been up to a lot, and it's amounted to very little, oddly enough, so not really too crazy of an update. This thing took a weekend and a half, almost 2 weekends to build and finally say, yeah, this ain't working. So now we're going with tried and true. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, don't forget to like and subscribe.